Hi, today we're with Sara Holden, who's an actress and a stunt woman, and she's going to talk to us today about balance and motherhood. Hi, Sara.
Hi, how are you? Thanks for having me.
When you became pregnant, you were having this really great career in LA, and I know you moved from Michigan to LA for your career. What happened when you got pregnant and you realized that you couldn't stay in LA anymore?
It was a really hard pill to swallow because I really loved LA and I loved my life there. And obviously the weather, you can't, complain about that. But my whole family is in the Midwest. And I realized my new chapter of being a mother, and it was above being the stunt woman. And it was a big decision, and I had to talk to my husband, and we decided to move back to the Midwest and raise our kids where we were from and raise them around my parents and all of their cousins. So it was just that family came first. It was really as simple as that.
And having that village of support, you need that as a mom. You can't do it alone. But it actually turned out then that your career picked up again. How did that happen?
I don't know, fate maybe, or maybe a lot of praying at night because, in the stunt world, when you have a child, a lot of stunt coordinators who are the people that hire us, it's kind of like, oh, you know what, maybe we don't want to hire Sara. She's probably busy with her kids. And yes, that is true, but I also don't want to give up myself and my career, and I want to be able to do it all. And so the fact that I've started working more so as a mom is just amazing. And I don't know if that's because I just kept myself out there and wanted to keep myself on people's radar. I got back into shape as fast as I possibly could. I was like, hey, I'm back at my fighting weight. I'm ready to fall downstairs again. So I'm up for hire.
So how did you balance that risk being a stunt woman? Because obviously you want to be there for your kids. And if you're involved in some risky work, how did you balance that out mentally?
I still have struggle, or I still struggle doing that, I should say, because there are some stunts that have come up, one that we can talk about later, but that are risky. And I have to make sure that I surround myself with the best safety team and explain to my kids, this is what mom does, and I'm a professional, and I've trained for many, many years, and what I'm doing is we're doing it as safe as we possibly can. And I also want to teach them, if you want to go for something, you got to work really hard for it, and it's not going to fall into your lap. And so I've tried to, with all of my stunts, explain to them why I'm doing it, and also make it a little bit of a learning experience for them, and say, you want something bad enough, you got to work really hard for it, and it will happen.
It's so true. And I know that your kids probably really appreciate that lesson because it allows them to kind of live out their dreams as well. One of the stunts you told me about, this is a big one, of rolling the car over. You're going to tell us what that is called, and tell me about the whole thing.
It is called a pipe ramp. And it's when, I'm sure most of you have seen in TV shows and movies, when a car either goes off a ramp or you see a car just flip over. That is called a pipe ramp, and it's a big stunt. It's a big gag, what we call it in our community. And I wasn't getting that opportunity, and that opportunity goes to a very small group of people. And I thought, you know what, I could wait around for this call that will probably never happen in my career, or I could just say, I'm going to do this myself. I'm not going to wait for the call. I'm going to self-fund it, and I'm going to flip my own damn car. And that is what I did. And I did it about a year ago, actually. It's coming up on, last May. And it took me a year and a half to prep. And it was probably the biggest project and stunt I've ever done. And I turned it into a little short film, #MomLife. We have the same type of, mom life vibe going on here. So yeah, I'd love to share it with you. Maybe we can put it in the notes or something. So if people want to check it out, they can.
Absolutely, we'll do. And we'll even give everybody a little clip, a little taste of Sara so they can see her in action. Sara, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you so much for having me.